My name's Isaac Anzu. You might be wondering, how's it going? Well, it's going pretty great. I have to say that it's been a while since we did one of these just chatting streams, and I'm kind of out of practice, not having anything to respond to figure out what I want to talk about is a little odd, but I need a mental break from video games for a second. I need a bit of a headspace to recover from this crazy Elden Ring life. So, in that regard, I do have something to do, which I'm going to be working on while I talk. And it is this. Wow. So this is a thing that I saw on Twitter. I'm just going to zoom in and we're just going to fill this out. I like how the rows and columns say cutie because you're a cutie. The branding is very consistent. All right. This is Paint Studio 3D, aka the free Photoshop. Who am I comparing to? Yeah, so this is a Twitter thing where I have to fill this out and then I like other people compare it to, and you score yourself out of 25. So we're gonna try to figure out what I do, and then maybe it's kind of like one of those tag yourself memes. Everything is just a tag yourself meme. All relatable memes are just a single panel tag yourself meme, and you tag yourself by liking the meme. Boom. Mind blown. Philosophy destroyed. So I'm not very good at fonts. Do you like fonts? I'm not very good at fonts, but I'm also not good at typing. Wow. But when I started out, I was like, I need a font. And wouldn't you know it, my partner, my wife, is very good at fonts, very good at picking fonts. First time chat from Fish Sticks with Legs comes in and says, Fish Sticks. If your goal was to make me chuckle, then congratulations. You've done it. All right. So personality, you know. Anyway, this font was picked by not me, so I have to use it for everything now. That's just how Mafia work. All right, personality. What do I even do? What do I even act like? Let's say chill, productivity. Chill productivity is definitely one. That needs to be a little smaller. Look at how not Photoshop this is. This is definitely not Photoshop. Can we center? Yes. And you have to, it's kind of What the heck? It's kind of finicky. Like you can create these 3D objects that you can move around, but then chill productivity is good. Personality, let's say, strategic overthinker. That's pretty accurate. Let's be real. See, it's a little finicky. It's Photoshop. This is not, but the cool thing about it, see if I click on this, you can actually have this little layer button or Z-axis position, and you can move things backwards and forwards. So it's like layers. It's like having infinity layers, except not, because you can't organize them at all. And sometimes things get disappeared if you're trying to make something more complicated. I should save this as I go, shouldn't I? Yeah, just save. Yeah. That's a perfect name. For 826 Nix Y. Perfect. Chill productivity, strategic overthinker. I thought it was very funny that I was playing Elden Ring and personality glasses, by the way, is a thing. I was playing Elden Ring and this game about smack things with stick. I was like trying to come up with different strategies for things and like effective when really like it's just all about damage output, right? Glasses is a personality. It's true. I love fellow life planner. Hey, Steve's dad, how's it going? Hey, I'm glad that I stopped into your stream yesterday just in time to see you kill Godric. I literally only could stop in for like a few minutes, but great time to stop in. How you doing today? Yeah, no, this is a life planning. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. This is a Twitter thing that I wanted to do, but you know, when you don't have any time to do something that you want to do, just stream it. Just stream it. It'll definitely get done in front of the watchful eyes of other people. So happy to see that. Yeah. Thank you for the warm welcome. It was really nice. You got some like the good stream energy. I really enjoyed it. I'll have to stop by again. The problem is it's like right in the middle of the day for me. So time zones is so rough. What's another personality trait I have? What's I don't know. I'm trying to think of something like sex positive but not sexual, right? I'm not really one of those horny Twitter users. There are some horny people out there. God dang. Nothing against them. So what am I up to? Oh, well, I'm really just trying to give myself some mental relaxation time. The flirtatious. Oh, yes. That's actually a great way to describe it. Thank you. 100% flirt. I think that's accurate. Recently, the real life has been very intense and lots of things have been happening. My home has been commandeered for the purposes of art. The living room is full of art and photo supplies. So giving myself just a little bit of mental space to, I don't know, talk about whatever I want to talk about, not worry about playing a game. Although I do also want to talk about today what game to play next, because Sekiro is definitely on the list, but I also wanted to look at Fallen Order and see what that's all about. It's been, I don't know, a few years since I even thought about the Star Wars franchise. I'm not what you would call like a big fan, but I really enjoyed Knights of the Old Republic, and that was a while ago. So maybe there is some maybe there is something there that I can do. Knights of the Old Republic was such a good game, but I think the thing that I liked about it is that there were essentially, it was one of the first games that I played that had multiple endings, where, you know, you had like the light side ending, the dark side ending, and the neutral ending. And it didn't change too much of the story except for kind of how the last mission played out. But the best part about the dark side ending is you actually, I mean, no spoilers. Oh, thank you for the subscription, Steve's dad. Let me do this. Shout out. A shout out. Let's see if this works. Shout out Steve's dad. Shout out Steve's dad. Yeah. Check out Steve's dad. Super cool. Thank you for the subscription. 2-month streak. Woo! Sekiro plus Fallen Order meh. I didn't like the depth. What do you mean by that? Depth. Like story depth? That's actually a good personality trait. Let's see. Reads personality. Reads the lore. That's so. I actually have a friend. I have a friend who I occasionally do the co-op games with, and we tried to play Remnant from the Ashes. Actually, that would be a fun one to do on stream. It's basically Gun Souls, but it's actually done pretty well. Story is interesting. It's much more direct of a story than a lot of other Souls-like games. But he was so annoyed because whenever we found a lore book, I had to stop and read it. All right. Interests is obviously pistachios. Pistachios are great. If I had to name ideal foods, pistachios would be up there. Like everything about pistachios, just you can put them in anything and it makes it taste better. It's so good. Plus I love food that helps you self-regulate your eating speed, right? You have to crack open the pistachio before you eat it. So you can't just shovel them in your mouth. Like whenever I eat what is it? Cheddar and sour cream potato chips, there inevitably comes a point where I'm starting to like put 2, even 3 chips at once in my mouth, and then eventually you get to the bottom of the bag and you just tilt it upwards, right? And you just become it becomes a feed bag, and you become the consumer of all chips. Pistachios aren't like that. Pistachios help you self-regulate, and I have food issues, so self-regulation is nice. Pistachios are the ultimate food, perhaps you could say. Let's see. Interests. Really ridiculously hard video games. I don't know if I would qualify the games that I play as really ridiculously hard, but it's close. It's close enough. Interesting analysis. Hardcore pistachio analysis. I have to put one of my interests as Microsoft Excel, because I just another thing that I love, Microsoft Excel. I don't really talk about that too much on stream, but I'm a pro Excel user. Love me some pivot tables. Oh, let me get that. I need to learn more Visual Basic so I can actually like pro Excel. But also I need things to pro Excel on. My job right now is very simple, and it's like, can you make the most basic formula, like sum range, and feel underutilized. Interesting in gardening or plantationing. I do have an interest in it, but it's kind of a long-term interest, kind of the idea of someday when I have a place for my own, I'd love to have chickens. I'd love to have a little plot of land I could raise some food on. That would be so nice. I love the idea of self-sustainability. I think though, for outdoor stuff, we're just going to say my interests be long walks. Like hiking. But I don't get the chance to actually go hiking all that often. So we'll just say long walks, because I actually do take a lot of walks. It's important. Oh, and of course, interest. I gotta say, learning languages. So what I was saying before, the best thing about the Knights of the Old Republic dark side path is essentially you still go down the good storyline, but you do so with the expectation of, oh, we're evil now. Let's go betray. Let's follow their plan for a little bit and then betray them. And I thought that was just so funny. It's like, play along. The story can't change, so just play along, and then we'll choose our moment to strike. But honestly, the best part about Knights of the Old Republic is the character Bastilla. Bastilla is your companion, and she actually goes down the same light, dark, or neutral side path that you do. And I thought that was really cool. It definitely felt like my choices weren't just happening in a vacuum. My devoted follower was also turning evil or being really good. And then, of course, you get the companions, and you can pick up evil companions, and then they approve of your evil actions. It's really really good game. I would play Knights of the Old Republic on stream for sure. But I think the game that I should play really is Fallout New Vegas sometime. I have that. I played through it once, and I kind of really want to play it again. I went for the neutral ending, the Mr. Happy, Mr. Nice Guy. What's his name? Yes Man. Yes Man. I went for the Yes Man ending. Freestyles. We'll save freestyles for last. Quirks. Oh, what are some quirks? Let's see. I'm double jointed actually. Double jointed fingers. It's a good one to put. This first box is so narrow. Why? Have I played Witcher 3? That is another one I haven't played. I've heard really good things about it. I do feel like I need to take a break from open world games though, because I'm just going to be constantly comparing things to Elden Ring, right? Fallout New Vegas, you can kind of get away with it because it's a Fallout game, so it's like guns and stuff. But yeah, the whole, riding on horses, Skyrimming around. I don't know if you can, like, I know Skyrim is an 11-year-old game now. My man, just play it. There's no comparison there. All right. I'll put it. I need to actually buy it first. Same with Fallen Order. The problem is, of course, money. So I appreciate all the subscriptions. Yeah. Let's see. Quirks. Double jointed fingers. For sure. Let's see. Oh, one of the freestyles could be, let's do happily married. That's true. Not everybody on Twitter is happily married, so that's an interesting one. You should have got Witcher 3 for free a while back. Are they just giving this thing out? It was on the weekly free games on Epic Games. Oh, are you serious? Dang, maybe I need to look at the Epic Games thing more often. They do weekly free games. That's cool. Although I play I play a game over the course of more than 1 week, right? So I feel like I would just kind of collect games. It would really not even out. You grab the weekly game every week. Yeah, see, I would too. Might as well. Especially if it's Witcher 3. Like, that's a big one. Kana Peachtree. Ahoy. Witcher 3 is like $2 or $3 US. Okay, never mind. Price is not an issue. We're talking about what game I should play next. I do like doing the streams the games where I play one game over a long period of time. Just because, it's nice to log on and chill and know what I'm going to do. It's on sale a lot. That makes sense. Now that, I don't know, who made Witcher 3? Not Ubisoft, right? Is it Ubisoft? No. Studio Project Red Dead Redemption folks? CD Project Red? Yeah, now that they have whatever CD Project Red. Yeah, now that they have Cyberpunk or whatever else, they're like, oh, let's just get this game into as many people's hands as possible. It's a good strategy, right? You want your flagship product to be your primary moneymaker because that allows your marketing team to focus on creation of marketing materials for that product. It allows your bug fix and dev teams to focus on DLC and customer support. And of course, it allows you to give a cohesive message to investors. The Witcher's their only other game. Oh, I didn't realize that. Is that true? They've only released 2 games? Wow. Well, they knocked it out of the park with Witcher 3 then. What happened to Cyberpunk? It's the second album, the Witcher series. Ah, I see. It's the second album syndrome. So in music, they say you have 10 years to write your first album and 2 months to write your second album. Because if you release an album and you've worked so hard on it and it's a smash success, then the music industry is going to expect another album pretty much right away. And yeah, so many artists end up being one album wonders. My new PC can finally run Cyberpunk, but I've heard so many bad things about it. Yeah, I hope that Cyberpunk turns into a No Man's Sky instead of a Fallout 76. Companies have to make money on their games. No Man's Sky decided to take all the money that they got from pre-orders and reinvest it into their unfinished game and make it into a game that's now worth buying. Whereas Fallout 76 took all the money from their unfinished game and invested it into monetizing their unfinished game even more. I think Cyberpunk will be the latter. The dev team seems to still be working on it. You've bought No Man's Sky multiple times. It keeps going on sale. They deserve it. Yeah, for sure. It keeps going on sale, and I need to pick it up. Especially, you get so much with it now. It's insane. Like, it's kind of one of those games where you're like, is this only $60? Kind of ridiculous. What's another quirk of mine? I don't know if happily married counts as a quirk. It definitely doesn't. Man, I go to sleep so early and I still get tired so quickly. So, Kana, you have I remember you said your PC came in, but now is it a new PC that came in? Or is this the same PC that was traveling? When I think of No Man's Sky, I really think of some of those, big board games. Like Twilight Imperium that cost like $200, but it takes you 12 hours to play the game, so it's kind of worth it. Nope, completely new PC. Same one I ordered a few months ago. Oh, nice. No, that's super cool. What are the... well, I don't know anything about computer specs, but I guess... I'm glad you're excited about it. I don't know anything about computer stuff. I mean, I should know more about computer stuff. I use the computer all the time. But people talk about like adding scripts to OBS, and I'm like, I don't know exactly what that means. After playing Elden Ring, I've gone super anti-unfinished games and super anti-pay-to-win games and super duper anti-free-to-play. That is so legitimate. Like, there's been a lot of horrible trends. The free-to-play, the unfinished game release, the pay-to-win, and just being able to cut past that and put out a really amazing game. FromSoft is already like ahead of the pack. Yeah, Elden Ring Game of the Year for sure. I don't know anything either. I got a lot of help from friends. That's good. That's good. I had a friend help me build my PC as well. And then when I was shipping my PC, I had a friend help me disassemble it. But I reassembled it all by myself, and that felt good. My next PC, I'm going to try to build it all by myself, but that'll be in hopefully in 8 years. BRB, no worries. All right, what's another quirk of mine? I guess everything is a to-do list. So I have a bad memory, and it's gotten to the point where I actually have to recognize that I have a bad memory and I need to do something about it. So everything's a to-do list, or everything. Maybe I should say, well, okay. See, the problem is now it's become a 3D object, so I can't actually manipulate the text. So I just have to delete it and start over. I should say everything goes on a to-do list. Oh, look at that. It randomly moved right into place. You know what else I could play? I could play one of the old Fire Emblem games. It's been quite a long time since I played a Fire Emblem game. I do like the Fire Emblem games. I think that a lot of them have problems in terms of progression. So take the newest one, Fire Emblem Three Houses. It starts off on of course maddening mode, because I like really, really ridiculously hard video games. It starts off very difficult, but the rate at which you're able to grow your characters quickly overtakes the enemies until there's a time skip, and then the enemies get really ridiculously hard again. But then you overtake them quickly until the last level, when they get really ridiculously hard again. It feels like they could have had a smoother difficulty curve, but they just have these weird boosts in enemy power level all of a sudden. All right. More quirks. Double jointed figures. Everything goes on a to-do list. I'm looking around my room and trying to think what I do. Water is a good quirk. That is how you spell water, right? It looks weird all separated out like that. Water. Yeah, that's right. I'm questioning myself now. Is that how you spell water? It is. Why is there an A there? It feels weird. Maybe it's because I pronounce it wrong. I pronounce it like an water. That happens to me all the time. I look at words and I think to myself, I know that's right, but I've forgotten how to spell apparently, and it doesn't look right anymore. But the older Fire Emblem games also have difficulty problems depending on how you play. If you like some of the older Fire Emblem games, you can literally just solo the game with some of the characters because their stats and growth rates are just so high. It's kind of amazing. Ugh. Actually, there's a challenge where you solo the game with your lord, and it's completely doable. Kind of ridiculous. Just one character versus armies and armies of bad guys. All right, let's see. Double join your fingers. Everything goes into do list. Water. What's another quirk of mine? The audio must be perfect. Which, by the way, if the audio on this stream is not perfect, please let me know immediately. I feel almost embarrassed when the audio on my streams is not good, because I need it to be good. I need the audio to be perfect. I'm going through some adjustments on my microphone. I'm trying to listen to it and adjust a few things a little bit each day. So slowly I will learn exactly how to make perfect, crisp, clean, clear audio. And it's hard because I'm in a room that is big and open and lots of blank walls that I'm not allowed to put audio foam up on. It would actually probably be better if I sat in a closet full of clothing and put the microphone really close to my face, but I don't have that luxury. So this is so far the best I can get, but the audio will keep improving. Audio is the most important part of a stream, in my opinion. Let's see. Let's say getting distracted from art by tutorials about art. That's accurate. Thinking about doing is not doing. It's an important life lesson. I watch a lot of videos about how to make music, but I have to remember that also I like making music. So I should make music. Quirks. Another quirk of mine. I constantly play with my hair. What would you call that? Let's see. Constantly playing with the hair. Self-grooming. Self-grooming. No, that sounds a little weird, doesn't it? Constantly playing with hair, constantly picking at fingernails. Yeah, I get a lot of compliments on my fingernails being very clean and well kept, but honestly, it would really annoy me if they weren't. So that's how it be. Let's see. Why is this here? We can put that behind the sofa, right? And then if we let me just go like that. What? Right. I can do this. Let me set that there. That's probably good enough. The bottom one is hot takes, which will be fun. All right, quirks. Maybe like talks with the hands. Hands always have to be moving. Constant hand motion. Consistent hand motion. Unending, consistent forever, infinity. There's a better word. For constant. Constant synonyms. What do we got? Unceasing, ceaseless. That's pretty good. Incessant, I think is the word that I was looking for. Incessant hand movement. I would love to be able to spell better, to type better. I think my spelling is actually pretty good, except when I forget how to spell water. The problem is more that I'm a terrible typist. I'm just reading over this now to make sure that I didn't accidentally type anything correctly. Okay. Freestyles. Whatever you want. Also, thanks, I guess, to Jakey Boy Arts for this cool little template. It's fun to fill out. You know, I want to put on hot takes, I want to put, like human rights, all right? Women's rights are human rights, trans rights are human rights. But I don't think that's necessarily hot take, right? Can I put it on freestyles? Probably. Freestyles is whatever I want. We want truly hot takes. So for example, ketchup on steak is good, right? That's a hot take. It is a based take. Okay. Good. Ketchup on steak is good. That's hot take number one. I'm gonna make some enemies here. Hot takes. Controversial. Ketchup on steak is good. It is, actually. Trans rights and women's rights are human rights. Let's just make this one only smaller font because it's important to fit the whole thing in this box. Trans rights and women's rights are human rights. That's true. Trans people and women are in fact humans. We'll save the other freestyle for whatever I think of. Let's think of more hot takes. Hot take. Oh wait, let's turn the volume up on this. Let's Turn the font size up on let's turn the volume up on the font. Let's turn the font size back up. All right, ketchup on steak is good. That's a hot take. Obviously, we should do a hot take about anime. Hot take about anime. Let's see. Most people think these days that Naruto is pretty mid, and I agree. That's not necessarily a hot take. What are some other hot takes? There's a lot of hot takes you could do about Bleach. I think Bleach is good, but I don't think that's necessarily a hot take nowadays. Bad anime are still good. It depends. It depends on what you mean by bad anime, because boring anime are no good, but bad anime can be entertaining still. And if you're going for entertainment, then that's the most important part. Hot takes. How about the Marvel movies are trash? Hot take. I don't know how hot take that is, actually. It seems like the hipster take these days. But, you know, people might have that in common with me. Blazing hot. Blazing hot wings. Nuclear, even. Okay. The Marvel movies, there were a couple good ones near the beginning. In particular, I like the original Captain America, and I liked the first Avengers one with Loki, right? Just say Doctor Strange 2. I just saw it today. What'd you think of it? Was the dialogue written by quippy teenagers? Did Joss Whedon's effect on the dialogue of the world still persist? I'm sure no, it didn't actually. It was better than that. More like a horror movie. Interesting. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going in with low expectations, so I guess they will impress me no matter what. But that's interesting. The multiverse of madness. But, you know, horror movies have cheesy dialogue too. Let's see. In fact, I would say horror movies with cheesy dialogue are some of the better horror movies. Like, my favorite kind of horror movies are like the psychological thriller kind. Can I send you a clip from the movie? Yeah, of course. I'm 100% not caring about spoilers. I probably won't watch it on stream because, you know, instant copyright strike, SWAT team busting in my front door. Get back the Marvel movie. But I will watch it. But yeah, obviously psychological thrillers are the best kind of horror movie. But cheesy, campy horror movies that you can laugh at, that you can enjoy with friends, those are the second best kind of horror movie. I really enjoy those. Especially the older ones where it's like clear that they didn't know how poorly it would age, right? Like, okay, Night of the Living Dead is self-aware. The Thing is self-aware, and they know that The Thing is going to age poorly because CG effects don't age well. And yet, the delivery and production of The Thing is still really good. But there are a lot of older movies, like they don't understand that the times are going to change, and their campy horror movie is going to become even more campy. One of my favorite movies growing up as a kid was The Creature from the Black Lagoon. This is a pretty good example of the movie. I will definitely watch it. Creature from the Black Lagoon. which I have to emphasize how old this movie is. It starts with a it the movie starts with a couple teenagers doing a dance-a-thon competition to like swing dancing. So they're like, the goal of the competition is just how long can you dance, and the winner gets tickets to on this like boat ride through a jungle or something, right? And they're doing the dance from Pulp Fiction, but just 100% unironically, and it's just so corny and cheesy and hilarious. And then you get the classic horror scene where the creature from the Black Lagoon is like walking towards the leading lady, and she's just like, oh no, I'm about to be touched by a creature from the Black Lagoon. I can do nothing but stand here and vaguely gesture that I am afraid. It's pretty hilarious. Welcome back, Hannah. Those Marnie emotes are pretty cute. I want to do something real quick. The chat boxes that show up have the little avatars on them. Hide user avatar. There we go. Have you looked into Mix It Up? Mix It Up is so good. I'm starting to replace all my stuff with Mix It Up stuff, and I'm only now realizing how good Mix It Up is. Mix It Up is a free program that allows you to add a bunch of stuff to your stream, like channels and chat and all sorts of stuff. It's how some streamers do currencies. You can set it up so that Mix It Up keeps track of how much currency each person has. Heard of Mix It Up, but I haven't got the chance to play with it. To be honest, I didn't have too much. I used it for channel point stuff, but I didn't really get into it until I was moving away from Streamlabs. Are you caught up with Marvel at all? I've watched a bunch of the movies recently. I guess Spider-Man No Way Home is kind of a Marvel movie, but it's not really in like the Marvel canon, right? I don't like how to be caught up with Marvel, you have to watch their like HBO specials. Spider-Man No Way Home is a Marvel movie, and it does use the Marvel characters, but it doesn't really advance the overarching plots, right? Doctor Strange is in the movie, but it's not like, I don't know. Yes, it did. Okay. I remember the part where Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield were on screen. Okay, I will concede. I watched No Way Home. I watched it in theaters, actually. I went to a advanced Doctor Strange's movie. Okay, well then I know the context of the new Doctor Strange movie. Is Doctor Strange going to be the new like central character? Because in the first arc, Iron Man was very much the central character. Like, he got the most movies. He was in the Civil War as a prominent character, and he was in all the the big movies, you know, Avengers, Age of Ultron, that sort of stuff. He's their favorite of the Marvel heroes, always has been. Nice. Yeah, unfortunately, my comic upbringing was a little bit too focused. I was really into X-Men. I was really into Spider-Man. I watched Teen Titans. But a lot of the bigger crossover shows like the Justice League and any of the Avengers stuff. Professor Xavier is in Doctor Strange 2. Which Xavier? Is it what's his name? Jean-Luc Picard? Or is it the younger guy? The younger guy. Professor X. Picard. Nice. Does it say on his Wikipedia page? Patrick Stewart, and James McAvoy. You know, I really like the James McAvoy X-Men First Class. That was a good movie. I didn't watch the sequel to it, but he even has this big yellow chair. Holy shit. The big yellow chair, the hover chair. He's not in like a dinky little wheelchair. He has actually the big yellow hover thing. I remember that being so cool because it had weapons in it. And it's like, of course it does, right? And life support stuff. It's so cool. Professor X is awesome. Let's see. Hot take. Professor X is cool. That's not a hot take. Reed Richards. I haven't seen. So they've tried to do like 3 or 4 Fantastic Four movies, haven't they? But I guess in a I haven't seen any of the Fantastic Four movies, but I guess in a movie called Multiverse of Madness, you're going to have the multiverse, right? You're going to have a lot of guest appearances. Played by John Krasinski. Did he play Reed Richards in the Reed Richards? Creators and appearances. No. Where am I looking? AKA Jim from The Office? Oh, really? That's kind of hilarious. Okay, so in 1994, Fantastic Four, he was played by Alex Hyde White, Ian Grufford in 2005 and 2007, Miles Teller in 2015, and John Krasinski in 2022. Interesting. You know, I'm glad for John Krasinski. He's got one of those faces where he could easily get pigeonholed into just being Jim from The Office forever. But he grew the beard. He you know, he's doing other stuff, right? I feel the same about Daniel Radcliffe. I'm very excited to watch somehow. I don't know. It's on Roku TV, so I have no idea how I'm going to watch it. But Daniel Radcliffe is going to be playing Weird Al Yankovic in a biopic about Weird Al Yankovic. And I'm just excited to see Daniel Radcliffe in an afro and a mustache. Weird Al. Why not just Weird Al? Dude, Weird Al is like in his 60s. He can't play a young Weird Al. He's an old Weird Al. I know his face kind of has the immortal youth vibe, but he is not a young Weird Al anymore. He's still very talented and I still love him very much, but he is not a young man. No one could be a better Weird Al than Al. It's true. It's true. He's weird enough. We can all We can all only hope to be so weird. Hot takes. Hot take. I'm still thinking about hot takes. Is liking Weird Al is not a hot take because he's just so good. I feel like very similar energy from Jack Black. Liking Jack Black is not a hot take. Is there a celebrity who I like that is a hot take? Arctic take. Cold take. Yeah. K0 take. Kelvin 0. Yes. 0 Kelvin. I like Jack Black. Yes. Nice take. What's another hot take? Hot take. Jack Black is great. Jack Black, I don't know. I do actually have a hot take here. Let me see if I can do this properly. But yeah, Jack Black is one of those rare comedians who ended up being good at acting. Jack Black superhero when what character could Jack Black play in the Marvel universe? Hot question. What is Jack Black's character? Kung Fu Panda? That's true. He could just be Kung Fu Panda. The Thing, but he still just looks like Jack Black. Perfect. That's exactly what we need in this messed up world. A version of The Thing that's just Jack Black still. Okay. Let's hide this for a second and make sure that my I don't dox myself on stream. Okay. Good. All right. Back to this. So now I should be able to. Yes. This is a hot take. Make 3D. Thank you. So we're going to move. We're going to try to move this. Catch up on steak. We're going to move this over here because this is a hot take. Your brightness settings are a hot take on your phone. I don't make the rules. That's just how it is. If you took a screenshot of your phone's brightness settings right now, it's always going to be a hot take because people are super finicky about brightness settings. Some people need it all the way up. Some people say the lowest setting is not low enough, right? Brightness settings, always a hot take. It's divisive. But now I need some short hot takes that can go in around this. What? I'm telling you. I fight with my friends about light mode versus dark mode. It's a different angle on the same debate. Now, Paint 3D does not have a dark mode. I literally you can go in the setting. Does it have a dark mode? No. See, no dark mode. Otherwise, I would be using dark mode. Just adjust it depending on how bright my surroundings are. Yes, agreed. But it's important to know what the default is, right? Obviously, if you're out in a very bright place, you got to turn up the brightness. But some people just always have the brightness blasting. Can't handle it. Hot takes, hot takes. I'm a light mode person. What? When I got my new PC, everything was in dark mode. I had to change it. I don't understand. I don't understand. I'm a dark mode person for sure. For sure. Let's see. What are some topics that cause a lot of hot takes? We have a food one. I don't know if I can top ketchup on steak is good. I'm not the trash taste boys. I don't have truly trash food takes. But I have a pop culture one too. Music? Ooh. Music. So a lot of people would say pop music bad is more of a hipster take than a hot take. But pop music isn't even that bad. Maybe the hot take is pop music is good, actually. Because whatever like weird genre that you say is actually good, somebody will be like, oh, that you're just being a hipster. That's just your taste. It's just hipster, right? You've got to go with, to get the hottest take, you've got to go with a genre. I think pop music is good, though. Pop music is good, actually. That's a pretty hot take. It's not spicy. It's not insanely hot, though. Music is hard because it's very subjective. What do you think? Pop music is good, actually. I don't know. Kind of mid. Yeah, I'm not feeling it. I do think pop music is actually good. Instrumental music is better than vocal music. I don't even think that's true. That would be kind of a hot take, though. Hot music takes. That is true. A hot music take would be like the guitar is a bad instrument. How could you even say that? Or like the bassoon is the best instrument. Hot take. But that's just more of a weird take. It's a warm take. It's a microwave dinner take. Hot on the inside, but cool on the outside. But on a hot plate. The metaphor went too far. Let's see. Hot music takes. Lo-fi hip hop is not good. Would be a hot take, but it isn't bad. It's just kind of blah music. I've no strong feelings about lo-fi hip hop. Mozart is the best. Mozart is the best of all time. I'm gonna let you finish. That's the point to lo-fi, isn't it? It's true. It's doing exactly what it intended to do. Be background music. There's a lot of pseudoscience around the idea that this sort of like music or, sine waves at 432 hertz or something like that helps you focus, and you can put it on to like cleanse your mind. But I mean, really all it does is it just reduces background noise to something predictable. And that does actually help clear your mind, but there's no magic power behind it. Annoys me. hot music takes. This is actually a little legitimately hard. I don't know. I feel like as a musician, I can't be too picky with my music because it's important to learn from all sorts of sources, right? It's important to experience as many types of art as you can. And yeah, that's important. Let's see. Hot takes. The ukulele is a legitimate instrument. It's not just a joke instrument for white girls to play. But it is. It's a legitimate instrument. There are pro ukulelists, just like there are pro recorder players. Did you know there are pro recorder players? Professional recorder players. I find I need background noise all the time to focus now. I usually put on soundtracks or the Hamilton soundtrack. Ooh, the Hamilton soundtrack is good. I have Liliana, him indeed white. Oh no, I've called you out perfectly. No one who has heard Over the Rainbow thinks that about the ukulele. What's his name? The guy who plays the Over the Rainbow, Somewhere Over the Rainbow cover. Let's see how well Google does this. Hawaiian music big guy. Hawaiian music. Perfect. Google knew exactly what I was talking about. Israel Kamakawi Wole. Woole. Kamakawi Woole. Who is the heavyset Hawaiian singer? Yeah, exactly. Don't you dare call him fat. The online community will eat you up. Yeah, no, that dude, yeah, rest in peace. That dude is an incredibly talented singer and ukulele player. Oh, you know what you could do? A hot take in music. You could take a really lambasted or obviously like meme genre, like polka, and you could say polka music is good. But even then, it'd be like, oh, you know a lot about polka music. You should introduce me some actual good polka music. Which there is good polka music. But even then, yeah, I don't know. Music is a bit subjective. I know of that guy because he died the day I was born. The soul was passed on. You better get really good at ukulele, is all I'm saying. What happened on the day I was born? This is actually, I like doing this. Let's go to Wikipedia. My true potential. Wikipedia, my favorite thing to do on random streams. Welcome to Wikipedia. Okay, so first I need to figure out what year this was in human years. Video game hot takes? Oh, yes. Video game hot takes, easy. Easy video game hot take. You can't say Bethesda bad though, because Bethesda is bad. Skyrim is terrible. Skyrim is a bad game. I mean, the hot take would be Elden Ring bad, right? That'd be the hottest possible take you could put out right now in the video game sphere. Good games can't come from bad companies. That's true. That's true. What's my video game hot take? League of Legends was fun once. I I think people would generally agree with that. Hot take: Riot Games should just focus on making. Riot Games should stop making video games and just focus on producing TV shows. That's not even a hot take because I think a lot of people would agree with it. It's just true. Riot Games should. I mean, Riot Games is like BuzzFeed, right? BuzzFeed puts out all these weird, dumb articles, and then they use that money to do actual good reporting. It's okay. So this is one of the Valve will never make a true trilogy. Yeah, they're really, really struggling to avoid Half-Life 3. With Half-Life Alyx, right? They're like, nope, we're not. It's not 3. It's not 3. Hot take: there will never be a good FromSoft game again. That's kind of a hot take. But I don't think that's true. I think they'll just make something different because that's what they do. The next game won't be big or even medieval fantasy, but it'll still be good. God damn. Actually, okay. I know my video game hot take, and I'm gonna get probably canceled for this. Final Fantasy VII is boring. I hate to say it, but it's true. Final Fantasy VII was not that good of a game. It's one of those games that got big because of the twist in the game. You're right. Thank you. Final Fantasy VII is boring. Hot take. What was I doing? Oh yes, I remember now. I wanted to. So I just turned. It's 2022. I just turned 342. The remake or the original? Yeah, both. So what happened on February 26th, 1680? Did anything happen? The closest thing is on February 24th, 2 days before my birthday. The German Duchy of Saxe-Coburg is divided by treaty among the sons of the late Ernest I, Duke of Saxe-Gotha, who had died in 1675. The oldest son, Frederick, receives Saxe-Gotha-Altenburg. The rest is divided among Albert, Duke of Saxe-Coburg, Bernhard, Saxe-Meiningen, Henry, Saxe-Romhild, Christian, Saxe-Eisenberg, Ernst, Saxe-Hildburghausen, and John Ernst, Saxe-Coburg-Saalfeld. That's really the most important thing that happened. Are there deaths? Here we go. Deaths. The day after I died, the day after I was born, a French noble died. Births. French colonizer, and I don't want to share a birthday with this guy. He did found Louisiana, though. Governor of Louisiana. Okay. That was not as exciting as I thought it would be. But a fun thing to do on Wikipedia, if we go to Wikipedia again, a Fun thing to do on Wikipedia is see who shares a birthday with you. February 26th. Why? Yes, I meant February 26th. I must have already looked at this. Events. Who was born on Christopher Marlowe? The guy who was... Christopher Marlowe was one of Shakespeare's contemporaries, and some people, incorrectly, say that all of Shakespeare's works were actually Christopher Marlowe works. Totally wrong. They were contemporaries, and I think they collaborated on a couple plays, but yeah. William Shakespeare was not a pen name of Christopher Marlowe. Let's see. Oh, Victor Hugo. He wrote something famous, didn't he? The Hunchback of Notre Dame and Les Mis. Okay. Yeah, for sure. That's cool. Like sharing a birthday with that guy. I feel feel a connection to Les Miserables. The idea that we must join the people in revolution speaks dear to my heart. Levi Strauss. Oh, the Blue Jeans guy. Okay, sure. Buffalo Bill. I didn't realize he had such a cool beard and mustache combo. Yo. Hot take. Strawberry milk is superior to chocolate milk. That is a bit of a hot take. I don't know if I agree, though. Should I just do another food take? Grover Cleveland Alexander. Not Grover Cleveland, but Grover Cleveland Alexander. Notice how like, as there are 5 people pre 1600, then 1601 to 1900 there are a bunch of people, but look how the internet and media have changed how many famous people there are. Like, we have so many more relevant people because, like, the Mexican operatic tenor and bolero vocalist niche is strong and alive and well on the internet. Tom Kennedy? Huh. Ally McLeod? Johnny Cash? Oh, snap. Hell yeah. Johnny Cash. That's cool. I like sharing a birthday with Johnny Cash. Chocolate kind of sucks, not gonna lie. I can't agree with that one. The other thing about these hot takes is they actually have to be my hot takes. But I appreciate the sharing of hot takes. Did anyone die on my birthday? No. Okay. Well, that's enough Wikipedia. Oh, let's see. Sweets are so much better than chocolate. What kind of sweets? Like fruit flavored? Like you'd prefer like a Starburst to a Hershey bar kind of thing. Although I gotta say, chocolate in the United States is a lot different than chocolate in Europe, particularly because I think there's literally a chemical that they put into like Hershey's chocolate that makes it taste different. You know, okay. Actually, I have a good hot take. I have an excellent hot take that will also probably get me hated on the internet. Yellow Starbursts are the best. Let's just slam that one out there for the internet to fight over. Yellow Starbursts are the best. Uh, do they have different flavors? I'm assuming you're not talking about the Starbursts. Chocolate. Yeah, they have so many different kinds of chocolate here. And the cool thing is that you are talking about Starbursts. Yeah, they have different flavors. The yellow ones are lemon. The pink ones are strawberry. The red ones are cherry, and the orange ones are orange. And then they have different other flavors. I can't believe I'm explaining Starbursts. Have you ever had Starbursts? You really can't tell the difference? Fair enough. I definitely thought they tasted the same. Okay, I thought I had a bad sense of taste. Come on. The yellow Starbursts are the best. Lemon flavored candy is so good. I'm a big fan of lemon flavored candy. Can I change this long? No, I can't change it. Sour is the best flavor. I don't know if I agree with that entirely. Because, so what would you call vinegar then? Vinegar is like vinegary flavors, not necessarily straight vinegar, unless you like vinaigrette dressings, but vinegary flavors like barbecue sauce is kind of vinegary. Pickles are vinegary. You've never had vinegar? You might like it. You might try it. I think vinegary flavors, pickles and stuff like that are too intense for me. But I like citrusy stuff a lot. You're more of a salt person. Ooh, pickles aren't sour. What would you call that flavor then? Wikipedia, source of all human knowledge. Come back. Pickles. A cucumber that has been pickled in a brine souring. Yeah, they I'm pretty sure that serving. Are pickles sour? Pickles are sour. I thought so. Wait a minute. It depends on the pickle? That's true. I've seen the sweetened pickles. I'm talking about I would bite straight into a lemon sour. Well, I would bite into a lemon too. But I think lemon is, it's kind of like the giving it a sour taste. Okay. What is it about vinegar that I don't like then? I don't like something about vinegar. But I like lemons. So really when you said pickles aren't even sour, it was kind of a flex, right? You think pickles are sour? Pickles aren't even sour. But saltiness is an interesting metric. They don't taste sour. I think they are sour. You might just have a high tolerance for sourness. Have you ever had the atomic warheads are supposed to be super sour? I could not handle atomic warheads. Let's see. I'm gonna say freestyle is my favorite flavor is bitter. One of my favorite candies is called Toxic Waste. My favorite flavor is bitter. I like walnuts and Why is the L look so weird there? Are all the L's like that? Did I hit the wrong button? I'm just going to retype it. Toxic waste. What a great name for a candy. I feel like candies have to either appeal to. Why does it look so weird? It looks weird. Maybe if I make the F capital, it won't look so weird. Boom. Let's try this. My favorite flavor is bitter. And yes, it'll look a little weird compared to all the other ones, but if it doesn't look like the L is trying to subdivide or something like that, it'll look fine. They shred my tongue, but they so good. Let's look at toxic waste candy. Oh, I've seen these. Yeah. Sour candy. The sour challenges. The container features a challenge how long buyers can keep a candy in their mouths. The manufacturers encourage buyers to compete against a friend. There's a caution on the drum stating that sensitive individuals should not consume the product. Chicago Sun-Times reporter Kevin Allen noticed that the candy gives some palatable sweetness after the initial strong sour flavor in the mouth. Hazardously sour candy. What's the flavors? Purple contain the original 5 flavors are apple, black cherry, watermelon, lemon, and blue raspberry. Absolutely scrumptious. Yeah, I would be willing to try probably one. Purple container with blueberry, blackberry, black cherry, and grape. Red drum is raspberry, cranberry, red pear, strawberry, and red grape. And lime, kiwi, melon, green apple, and green pear. Apple is the best candy flavor. It's up there. Green apple is insanely good. I really like green apple candy. That's a hot take. Any take on there is probably a hot take. All right, let's save this. What? No, I don't want to save a web page. I want to save this image. I had no idea there were flavors for that one either. I just remember pain. Banana candy is great. Is goat. Oh, yeah, okay. So you never actually gave your opinion on brightness, though. Oh, true. How do you like yours baseline? This is the, let's do it. Let's do it this way. This is the ideal brightness. Come on. Click. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I'm so I like the dark mode, but it's because I like to surround myself with light. I have a dark mode and a desk lamp, right? I like to set it like in the middle. Let me tell you about banana candy though. People say like banana candy is better than bananas. I disagree. Because the banana flavor changed, right? The banana flavor used to be one species of banana, but it went extinct. And then they have the new species of banana that is the current bananas that we eat. But the old species of the banana was the one the flavoring was based on. Banana flavoring sucks. It's not terrible, but it's not as good as an actual banana, which is, I don't even eat bananas because I can't handle the texture. But like banana bread or banana pudding or whatever, right? Actually good. I grew up with ear infections, and the antibiotic I had to take was banana flavor. I was obsessed with it as a kid because it tasted great. That's amazing. Banana bread is fire. So there's a, let me see if I can find this. Yeah, okay. So this guy, James Beard, he wrote a book, which I'm guessing is not going to have its own Wikipedia page. Works. Here we go. Beard on Bread. This is the best bread cookbook I've ever had. Highly recommend. Printed in 1973. I made the banana bread in this book, and I've made a few different like mild variations, like with slightly different ingredients. It always turns out amazing. It's so good. This guy knows what he's talking about. Beard on bread. Go for it. Did you like pumpkin bread more though? Oh, maybe this is a hot take that I should include here. Pumpkin flavor. I don't like it. I don't like pumpkin flavor. Maybe that's a better one than Final Fantasy VII is boring. Do you have a blank template of the thing you're working on? I'd love to do one for myself. Yes, I do. Not this one though. You don't need the food ones? There are 3 food ones, aren't there? Let's say yellow starbursts. I mean, yeah. We don't need 3 food ones. I do like the food ones I have though. Yeah, let me download this blank template again, and then I'll post mine and then put the blank template underneath it. Because that's what my good friend Dakota did. And I will do the same. Okay. All right. Time to post it to Twitter. So I do like the food takes that I have. Oh, I should probably save this as an image first, right? You have to flatten it down. What do I have in common with Isaac Anzu? Everything. I am perfectly in sync with myself. All right, let's see. Do that. And then, while it's saving, I can say, this was fun to fill out on stream. What's your score? Are we compatible? Gasp. Hashtag ENGTuber. And then add another tweet with the blank template. Blank for Kana. I'm still struggling to think of how you would do a music hot take. Because I don't know if it's super possible even to do a music hot take, because music is just very subjective. You know, I was talking about this with a friend. In a lot of mediums, there's a spectrum between understandability and abstractness, right? So if you think about like a comedic stand-up routine, right? The goal of a stand-up routine is to be completely understood, right? You want the audience to be on your level. You want to guide them through the joke, and you want them to hit the emotional moments of the story exactly how you want them to hit. It's a very difficult thing to do, being a good comedian. But then you have something like, abstract performance art, right? Where you could still be like beat poetry. You could still be saying words, but it's much more open to interpretation. You're inviting the audience to impress their own meaning upon what you're doing. And that is a lot easier to do, but harder to do well, I find, because you don't have the same sort of guideline. Like, there are a lot of rules of comedy, and there are guidelines for timing and guidelines for topic and ways to set up and joke and punchline, right? But beat poetry is basically just like, do whatever you want. And so it's hard to say that beat poetry is good or bad without just saying, yeah, I don't like beat poetry, right? You can't say a specific beat poem is good or bad, because it's up to interpretation. And I feel like music is a little bit on the more abstract end of the art spectrum, where even the most like direct and comprehensible forms of music can still be pretty up to interpretation. I mean, you could have lyrics in the music, obviously, to direct the interpretation very clearly, but you're still going to have a lot of interpretation going into, like, what should the guitar part be? What should the background strings, vocals, right? Like, what does the melody mean in relation to the lyrics, right? And then when you get to like truly instrumental abstract music, there's so much interpretation going on that it's hard to say that it's good or bad, except that it's just your opinion, right? It's hard to do abstract things well, because well is kind of determined by who's listening. So really the best thing you can do with the super abstract art is make it for someone. Make it for a particular kind of person. Have a strong idea of who is going to listen to your music, who is going to listen to your beat poem. And then hopefully you touch on something deep and universal and interesting to multiple people, and more than just the person you wrote it for ends up resonating with it. I think that's one of the reasons why I really like writing music for people as opposed to just writing my own music, because I feel like when I try to write my own music, I have a lack of ideas. I even like do this with videos too. I have a lack of video ideas. I'm going to switch to just chatting. I have a lack of stream ideas. Like I took this from someone else, obviously. But when it comes to doing things that other people are interested in doing, I really enjoy it. I like writing for the purpose of impressing a single person. And when I do that, the important thing is I actually write music, right? It becomes less abstract. It becomes something more concrete that I really want to do. As opposed to when I write music for myself, and it kind of just becomes an exercise in what do I want to write. Not easy, not the best. Could be better. I'm curious to see if people are compatible with my little thing, or if any of my hot takes get me any hate. Probably not. I don't think I haven't gotten any like hate mail or anything like that yet. Which is even like a silly thing to think about, getting hate mail. Because, I mean, they don't know me. They don't know anything about me. Who are they? Get out of here. Hate mail. Gross. But I know it happens to people because there are people on the internet who just, like to be jerks, I guess. The same problem with art in general. Make art for someone else is easy. It's hard to figure out what I want to create for myself. Yeah, so true, so true. What's the sound in the background? What's the sound in the background? Yeah, we're gonna try. We're gonna try playing a game. No. We're gonna try playing a game real quick. Let's see. You know what's coming. Wait, why isn't it picking it up? Why isn't it picking it up? Yo. Don't you still need to do Jump King? I did download Jump King. You know what? You're right. But now I just need to figure out why this is not working. Oh gosh. So the goal then is to kind of, make art for other people. And I don't think I think there's a, I guess we can pause the, but I need to figure out why the game window is not picking up the game. There we go. Wait. There we go. Game capture and OBS design. Okay, that's fine. So I don't think that being beholden to the creativity of other people is a bad thing. It really isn't. there's a big myth around creativity that you have to like make your own stuff, and you really don't. The goal of being creative is to create, right? There are no original ideas. That's true, but even in a smaller sense, you know, being creative kind of means that nice. Being creative doesn't have to mean creating a concept from scratch. There's actually a... Nope, that didn't work. There's actually a job sort of description you can have called ideation. All right, gonna try to beat you to the top again. Yeah, that's fine. Feel free. It's not a race, but we can pretend. What's up, bird? Another screen. So the bird kind of indicates how far you've come. That's cool. Excuse me. I've heard that each screen transition is a full jump, which is cool. Oh man. I find with emotes it's impossible to create a brand new concept, especially with expressions. Everything has been done before. Well, I do have a pistachio emote. I don't think I've ever seen that done before. But that said, there are so many references that it makes it easy as well. I can see that. The pistachio. The nice thing about emotes is it's a good way for artists to kind of get their start. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the music is gone. Let's put the music back on then. Yeah. Lots of people need emotes for their Twitch streams or Discord servers. And there are a lot of references for emotes. So the goal in this game is to kind of get that intuitive sense of the jump, right? Hey there, old fella. But yeah, the key is, right? This is something that actually comes up a lot in Dungeons and Dragons with the idea of railroading, right? You could compare doing emotes to being railroaded in Dungeons and Dragons. You're basically being put on a path. You don't have a lot of control over the path, and you're expected to go a certain direction with the product, right? I keep full sending everything. That's not how you play this game. Ooh. Falling in every possible way. Did you see the guy who made the AI that beat this game? Code Bullet. He's done quite a few AIs. It's actually pretty impressive. I like the AI. Unlike you, I learned from my mistakes. Haha. Yep. Never tried again. Hee hee hee. But the thing about railroading and emote drawing, right, is it's stereotypical to say like, oh, when you're on a railroad in a D&D game, you don't have any choice. Or when you're just drawing emotes, you're not really being creative. Yeah, you just sleep there, old man. But that's not true. If I'm on a railroad, then I might get bored. But if that railroad, for instance, is a roller coaster, then, ooh, exciting, right? Interesting. So being denied agency, being denied choice in the creative process doesn't necessarily mean that the creative process can't be satisfying. And of course, you could also argue that there are so many creative choices to be made along the way, and your expertise with your art is still a very powerful way to... Oh, I should update my Elden Ring decompression. That's fine. But I should update my category to Jump King. It is still my first playthrough. That's hilarious. Oh, he's jamming. Oh boy. There are still a lot of little creative choices you can make. Just like even in like a D&D railroad, there are still a lot of choices you can make on, you know, how you kill each enemy, right? So the classic example is this is what I would say is the classic example of railroading in D&D. It's called the Quantum Ogre. Have you heard of this? The Quantum Ogre is an ogre, but the important thing about the Quantum Ogre is that no matter what path you go down, you will run into the ogre. You could, if the DM is giving you a choice between left path and right path, the ogre is simultaneously down both paths and neither path. That's why he's a quantum ogre. But the Quantum Ogre really just, first of all, it's bad DM design. Because if you want them to put an ogre, if you want to put an ogre in their path, then just have them encounter an ogre. No need for the choice, right? I think that's the real gripe about railroading, is that you're making the choices not matter. If you don't have choices in the first place, then it doesn't matter, right? But I'll give it another go. No, you won't. Right after this nap. Yeah, man. Good job. But how does your character feel about fighting the Quantum Ogre, right? What does your character do after the combat? What does your character question why there's an ogre on the road, right? There's still a lot of ways to have fun, develop your character, even though you just fought an ogre, right? And that's true in any creative work. Kana Peachtree says, "You're right. I remember a quote from a video that says your style is every way you draw, how you highlight, line, shade, etc." It's true. Amino-kun. Yo. Amino acid? Welcome. How are you? This is my first time playing this game. Can you tell? What's new? How are you doing? This is technically an Elden Ring decompression stream because I just played Elden Ring for like how long since it came out? A month and a half. A month and a half of straight Elden Ring streams. It was intense. Man, some of these jumps be tricky. I've got to jump. I've got to become the Jump King. Have you considered that Jump King is a sentence, is a command, not a name? Just jump, King. I can't take credit for that joke. The talented and hilarious Calliope Mori came up with that one. I always want to call her Calliope, though. Because people call her Callie, right? Calliope. Or Calliope. But it is Calliope. Like the Greek muse. What was I saying? Oh yeah, style. So style, I think, is even more of an interesting quandary, because I think the way you develop your style is by removing things, right? If you, this table is harder than I thought. I can't think of anything. It took me an hour to fill out, so no worries. It's hard to talk about yourself too much. I like talking about art instead. Let's keep talking about art. Art is important. Yo, Amino-kun, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the library. Yeah, that's right. It's the first person who's followed since Mix It Up. So I've decided that since we're all here to learn about the world and human culture and stuff like that, that this area stream is now called the library, which is actually great because I have a younger sister and she's a legitimate librarian. And by legitimate librarian, I mean like masters in library science, like legitimate librarian. Head pats. Love the head pats. Yeah, welcome. Wait, I recognize this beat. Guilty Spark. Wait, no, isn't this the same intro? Isn't this the same intro as the Omae wo mo shinderu song? He totally copped this, but that's okay because it turned out different. I'm beginning to see how this is going to get very aggravating very quickly. Yeah, so what I've heard about Jump King is that as opposed to a motion-based sense of intuition, it's a timing-based sense of intuition. Like, you have to get really good at how long the timing takes for particular jumps. And it's a different kind of mechanic, which is it's cool that this game gets compared to Getting Over It a lot, because they're very similar, but they feel completely different. Oh, those are just some, what is that? Yui hat vibin'. Nice. I'm looking forward to someday getting more no. I'm looking forward to getting more animated emote slots someday. I would definitely want to have a chill vibing emote. But what I was saying about style is that essentially if you, I think I just about full sent that one and it worked. Nice. You really have to just tap it. Ooh, but not there. If you make something as quickly and easily as possible, then you're going to leave out a lot of details, obviously. But if you're still satisfied with your work, then that means that you've found your style, right? Jack Kirby, a famous comic book author, was notoriously bad at drawing hands. And his hands always looked like a collection of popsicles attached to a cube. They're thick ass hands. Like he drew hands that you could see yourself like getting choked by, right? Not that everyone would want to see themselves doing that, but you know, some people would. I've stopped getting stream notifications from Twitch. Interesting. Why is that? Ooh, so close. I think one of the other keys in this game is to full send as much as possible because it reduces the cognitive load. Right. Although maybe that's not the answer because, as I said, this game is about intuiting. You can pretty much almost full send all these jumps. Except that one. Yeah, you can basically full send everything on that screen. Good first screen. I don't know why Twitch seems to be weird about stream notifications. I don't ever remember turning my stream notifications off, but I've never really gotten one. Do you have to like opt into them? Did something opt you out of it? Could be. I'll be honest, I still don't know enough about Twitch. Also on mobile, you can now only search someone by one tag and one category. It's so hard. I have to only put the VTuber tag and I have to look for English ones. Really? I just don't know enough about like app development to know what's going on there, but it seems a little lazy. If you can search multiple tags on the desktop version, then they just need to update that shit. One of my favorite apps right now, and not just because I use it every day, is Duolingo. And Duolingo is a really good app because they have been updating it like crazy. I think they had a lot of people join the membership from the pandemic, and instead of like paying executive bonuses or whatever, they're actually putting money back into the app, which is so awesome. Like both of the language courses that I take, German and Japanese, have just expanded so much in the time that I've been playing them. It is gamification. So yeah. No, not a full send. Earlier, you could search for multiple tags too. They removed it. It doesn't let me put more than one tag after the update. If they had a feature and then they removed it, it might be a bug. Another game that I'm playing right now is a lot. Well, I say a lot. I'm really just playing it daily. But is Magic the Gathering Arena. And man, if you talk about a game with a lot of bugs, that game has a lot of bugs. And there's a couple cards right now where they're trying to they're trying to fix the bugs, but they fixed the bugs and they made it worse, right? I don't know how programming works, but you can't like make the bug worse. That's not good. So I hope they fix the stream bug. It's got to be frustrating to, well, like you said, search for English-speaking VTubers when you can only search the VTuber tag, right? Or maybe you should only search the English tag. No, what do you think there are as a percentage of VTubers versus non-VTubers? I'm betting that VTubers are still a pretty small percentage. despite being more popular, I think they're probably still not. Okay, you can full send that one, but you need to slightly more than tap that one. There's some IRL streamers still using the VTuber tag. Yeah, I saw that. It's unfortunate, and they're really just doing it because of the controversy it generates, you know? But what can you do, right? Saw a few while scrolling. Yeah, so Twitch is in a tough position there because they want the tag system to be kind of self-regulated, and you're not supposed to abuse the tags. That doesn't stop people from doing it, obviously. I see you, bird. I will get to you. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. I've heard that there's a good way to bounce in this game. Yeah. Bouncing. Oh. Nice. Yeah, I think the bouncing is they try to introduce it to you in the sewers. But it is useful here too. Yeah, they want the tags to be self-regulated because going through the tags and perusing them like that would just be a ton of work. And, you know, you can say that it's their platform. They should be the ones to regulate it. And that's true. That's true. But, I mean, you have to consider how the impact of that is. Like, if you can write a bot that tries to verify tags, great. That's, you know, you can just develop an internal application that does that. Perfect. But if you can't do that, then you end up spending a ton of time and manpower on these sort of tasks, which costs money. People got to eat. People got to get paid. There are a lot of Korean VTubers. Like, sometimes I find more Korean VTubers than Japanese and English VTubers. Interesting. I feel like Korea is the next cultural sort of trendsetter, but maybe this is a hot take. They aren't there yet, right? K-pop is essentially just pop, but with Korean artists, right? K-dramas are essentially just dramas, but with Korean artists. Korea is proving that they are interested in keeping up with, you know, the pop culture aspects of the global community, but they have yet to put out something that is actually, you know, legitimately Korean, right? It's just Korean versions of popular things. Whereas, like, Hollywood is doing a lot of its own things, right? And Japan is doing a lot of its own things, right? If I was going to name countries that are cultural touchstones, right? You could even say, like, Europe as a whole has some cultural aspects that stand out. I haven't seen much Korean yet. Read a manhwa called Sweet Home, and I've seen Squid Game. Now, Okay, manhwa is a good point. Good point. I would say that manhwa, especially the long strip manhwa, offers comics in a unique space, right? Because Korean pop music is just pop music. Korean dramas are just dramas. Squid Game is just a death game show, but Korean, right? But manhwa has a unique aspect to it, which is kind of the infinite scroll, right? They also apparently are able to put out insanely good art on like a weekly basis, right? Colored, full panel art that's just like, how do they have time to do that? They have teams working on, like, did you read, oh, well, obviously you haven't read anything but Sweet Home, but yeah, Sweet Home, I've heard of it. I read Solo Leveling, and Solo Leveling was pretty good. The art just blew me away, though. The overall story was pretty good. The art was insane. Why did I do that? Because I'm not paying attention, that's why. You have heard about Solo Leveling? Yeah, I'd say Solo Leveling is a showcase of what manhwa could be. It doesn't have to be unique in content, but it is a unique style. Color pages, full pages, right? The long strip. It's a different style of comic. And that's all you need, right? You know, some people are surprised to hear this, but Hollywood isn't actually the biggest filmmaker in the world. It's actually India. India has a bigger film industry than the US. They make more money, they make more films, they have a bigger audience. But the thing is, India is not really trying to do anything that is unique and I guess you could say relevant outside of India, right? Also heard Solo Leveling was pretty good. It's very good. It's, like I said, the story is a bit generic. It's, you know, isekai power fantasy sort of thing. But man, the art, oh boy. Like, as an artist, you should read Solo Leveling. It is so good. The thing with Indian movies, I'm a sucker for isekai. Isekai do be good. I'm currently watching Bakano, but up soon on my roster is Mushoku Tensei. Mushoku Tensei. God, I should pronounce it correctly if I want to learn how to speak Japanese. Mushoku Tensei. And I hear that is just an absolutely incredible isekai. So I'm very excited to check that out. I'm a big fan of isekai as well. It's definitely a genre very similar to Bollywood and like K-dramas where nobody's really doing anything new with it right now. So, you know, you got to find the actually like the ones that are good as anime and not just, you know, an isekai. But yeah, so Indian film industry, basically the problem is they aren't doing anything new. And the things that they are adding to the Hollywood formula are really relevant in India. So it's hard for them to break into the world stage. You could say the same thing about American football, right? The rest of the world is really into soccer. They don't understand American football. But American football is really interesting to Americans. And they don't really try to appeal to the rest of the world. So it ends up being this, I mean, it's weird to say that anything coming from America is niche, but it ends up being a niche thing. And it's really big in America, but it doesn't really try to be out. It doesn't really try to go outside of America, right? And that's how Bollywood is right now. It's really big because India has, you know, 1 billion people living there, but it doesn't try to be anything outside of India. And if you want, and I think the difference with like Korea is that they are trying to appeal to non-Koreans. They're trying to develop art that goes beyond just, you know, Korean culture. God dang it. I'm too movement happy in this game. I need to be careful. And I think that in order to influence like the world style, you need to be open to those kind of, you know, part of pop culture, but still relatable, right? Adding your own spin to pop culture, but still making it uniquely yours. And I think the manhwa format is doing exactly that. Comics, manga are a thing. They already exist out there, but manhwa adds something different with the full color and the long spread panels, right? That you're just not going to find anywhere else. And so you have a chance to create something that is uniquely Korean, but also feels very accessible, feels very like, oh, I could do it in the manhwa style, right? And that's how you influence pop culture. The same thing is true on Twitch. Like, I'll be honest, I'm not going to change Twitch by sitting here and playing Jump King, right? I'll get people who are interested in coming to Twitch to watch English speaking VTubers play Jump King, right? But if I wanted to change the world, what I would need to do is create something that is uniquely my own while still being something that other people could relate to. Like, I have thought about doing like, you know, financial advice or exploring Microsoft Excel streams. I would actually be really into that. Would other people be into that? I could probably find some people who'd be into that. I mean, it's a big internet, but would I be able to change the landscape of Twitch using that? And I think the answer is no, right? I think the answer is, you know, you have to do something that's not just uniquely yours, but it has to be something that other people can imitate. Like Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast changed YouTube and how YouTube content is sort of created. And he did it in a way that, you know, he was the only one that was doing what he's doing, like this kind of like sweepstakes giveaway style YouTube video. But now people have found out that they can do that too. And it was very popular, and now it's even more popular. Powerful legs. This boy and his powerful legs. Nope. At least I'm back up in the tree. Oh, that crow. Crow taunts me. The crow is an excellent feature of this game. It's basically the game's way of saying you've made it this far, right? And that's so cool. Love that. Oof. Oh boy. When I was playing Jump King, I felt the wrist. I felt the wrist pain sinking in, and indeed, I can feel it now. Have you seen CDog VA play Jump King? Yes, I have. I'm a big fan of the Trash Taste Boys. I've stopped in for a few of CDog VA's Jump King streams, and he is, some would say, obsessed with this game. But, you know, he's played a lot of it. I heard his first playthrough took him like 12 hours or something. Like, people's first playthrough of this game is notoriously long. My first playthrough of getting over it was around 12 hours. But I think maybe that's the amount of time you need to really nail down these mechanics. No, so much power. Well, I can do the little jump really well now. I say that, but I'll definitely miss it next time. There's a certain, I think, cool cultural thing that happens when you have a game like this where it's hard, but everybody's playing it. It's happening in Elden Ring too. In the early days of Elden Ring, people were getting really frustrated because they were like, it's way too hard. But then somebody pointed out that you need more vigor in the game. Like, if you have less than 40 vigor, then you're really like playing on hard mode, and the game really rewards you for putting level points into vigor. And all of a sudden you had this explosion of, oh yeah, okay, this game is not that bad anymore, right? And it felt rewarding and it felt good, and I'm glad they made that game design decision. But then you get like a game like Jump King, right? God. And it's a tough game. It takes a while to get intuitively used to the controls. But you have these people publicly playing it and saying it like, hey, your first playthrough of Jump King is going to take a dozen hours because it takes a while to get used to. And all of a sudden, people's appetite for the game changes. It's all about expectations. You go in expecting to, steamroll a Dark Souls game because you played a ton of Dark Souls games, and you don't level vigor because you've never leveled vigor, and all of a sudden you're getting flattened, right? You're frustrated. But you go into Jump King with the idea that, yeah, this is going to take a little bit, and all of a sudden you have a lot more patience for the game. And obviously, let's relate this to art, because that's how I do everything here. A lot of people go into art with the expectation that they can create. And you know what? They might even be a very creative person, but being a creative person doesn't mean that you can instantly know how to draw, right? Drawing is a skill. Jumping is a skill that I'm bad at. Drawing is a skill that takes time to gain. There we go. And if you go into drawing thinking, yeah, I have this image perfectly in my head, I'll just draw it. How hard can that be? You're going to get frustrated. You're going to think, why is this actually so hard? It's just drawing. I drew all the time when I was a kid. But you drew poorly when you were a kid, and you didn't care that you didn't draw poorly. That's the key. Nice. But now that you are all grown up, what's that emote? Snack. Nom nom. Enjoying some food. I am looking forward to food. Usually I stream in the morning. So I live in Germany, and that means I'm on the Central European Summer Time Zone, which means right now it's 8:31 in the morning. And that means I usually wake up, start streaming, and then I'll eat breakfast a little bit later. Ugh. Yep, okay. I'm not doing this right now. Yeah, it's honestly, it's really hard. I'll stream it at some point. You should. Yeah, actually, is your Twitch channel set up? Is your so I helped Ilaros set up OBS recently because they're going to stream. She's gonna stream. Look out, she's gonna stream. Ilaros is going to stream. She's also a mod here, which is so helpful. Helps me understand the Twitch things that I don't understand. But yeah, is your Twitch set up? I can do a shout out here. Go follow Ilaros. She's very cool and chill. Let me see if it works. I'm just going to do it. Shout out Iluros BT. Cool. Oh, yeah. Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga. Did you actually already stream? You haven't streamed yet. You haven't worked on it since you helped. You got to wait on starting. Why so? What's the wait for? But I can see that you set your first game to be the Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga. Oh, I had to be awake early for Mother's Day. Yeah, it is Mother's Day. I should call my mother. Long distance calls are expensive. That's why I use Google Voice. This is not an advertisement. I actually use Google Voice. If you ever have to be in another dimension or even in another country to talk to your parents, then I highly recommend getting a Google Voice number. You can set your old phone number to be your Google Voice number, and it still works. People can call you and text you through Google Voice, and it's free. Well, actually, I think it's $20. Just Discord call your mother. My mom's pretty cool, but I don't think she's Discord cool. I don't think she knows what Discord is. But that would be good. I talk to people all over the world on Discord, and it's really nice. But yeah. Discord is another great way. I'd like to try to get out of the tree area. We've gotten close a couple times. That last section looks like it's going to be tough too. Bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Under that cutty plant. Oh, you'll be delighted to know that I'm reading One Piece again. You got up to the sewer? Okay, I want to get up to the sewer. The other nice thing about playing this game with so many other people having already played it is that you kind of know what you're getting into, right? In the early days of Elden Ring, it was like, oh God, how big is this game? Oh God, how big is this game? The map just keeps expanding. What the? And it was really, really fun, but also, you know, if you're going in expecting like a 40-hour Bethesda experience, you're going to get more than that. Now that people have started playing it, it's all about expectations. I find that enjoyment of things is 90% expectations. If I am, this is one that I've done recently. If I am trying to eat food, right? Try being the operative word. I try to eat healthy, but I don't always. If I'm trying to eat and, you know, I got some like boring ass chicken. There are certain strategies you can pick up by watching others. Yeah, that's true. That's true. If I'm eating some boring ass chicken though, then it's going to be boring ass chicken, right? But if I take it as, how can I make this chicken more exciting? How can I literally Spice up this chicken. Nice. Nope, nope, nope. Nope. Oh well, at least we're still here. Then it becomes interesting, right? By the way, if you have trouble eating, you know, lean meat and vegetables and all that sort of stuff, try spice. Spice, so good. Hell yeah. Full send. Into the sewers. Can I like... Maybe. Not quite. Not quite. All right. Hi. The sewers are so clean. You could probably eat from the floor even. I don't know about that, man. Yeah, I could see myself living there. Slipped right on through. I know. I'll go there tomorrow. You just gotta learn how to jump, man. Just jump, King. Well, I made it to the sewers. I should have expected that I wouldn't stay there very long. More jump practice. Nope. The nice thing is that you get more jump practice. And compared to what is coming later in this game, the tree is pretty forgiving. Right? The cathedral is near the top, and it's kind of like the last checkpoint, right? Because it's very easy to recover from. But also it's hard as hell, which is nice. What's the most dangerous part? Probably the ice part, right? Because you can just fall so many screens. You know, yeah, I don't know about this game. We wanted to play Sekiro at some point. Oof. Maybe I'll just start Sekiro. But not today. I do want to get good at Sekiro. And Bloodborne. I mean, I would love to play every FromSoft game. The lack of PlayStation is killing me, though. Ew. Okay. I can handle that. Because Bloodborne needs to come to PC. Let's be real. Do a PC port like you did with Demon Souls. No, wait. That Demon Souls was a PS5 port. Yeah, I can't even play Demon Souls. I can't even play Demon Souls. So sad. Wait, is Demon Souls on PC actually? Jump. Just jump, King. Jump. And a jump. And a jump. Ow. Okay. I think this is probably a good spot to cut my losses. We'll just start over from zero next time. Hi, buddy. Have you seen the flowers on top of the tree? Yeah. Don't you think they smell good? I do. He. What are you talking about, man? What are you trying to talk about, buddy? Attempt 1, session 1. Jumps. I've already jumped over 1,000 times. That's pretty great. But I've only fallen 1/10 of my jumps, which is pretty nice. Pretty good. Well, it's probably closer to a 1/6. Yeah, probably closer to a 1/6. All right. Give up? Never. Yes. Well, that was fun. All things considered, pretty fun. Pretty fun. Oh. You know, I should do. Let me see this actually. So studio mode. What's it? Okay. Just casually. Oh, I see. Just casually messing around with Stream Deck and OBS while I'm live. Yeah, I know that I did a short stream last time, and I have a long way to go. Oh, wait. Can we look at... Let me go back to studio mode. There we go. Can we look at the Steam achievements? Because I got 2 achievements out of 48. Just the beginning. If only you knew. 100 falls. Jump square, you have much to learn. 1,000 jumps. So I basically got 2 achievements in my... I got 2 achievements in my first session, which the developers must know that this is about how long your first session will be, right? 1,000 falls, 10,000 jumps, the Jump Lord. My lord is a true veteran of the art of jumping. 20,000 jumps. Jump King, Swift Jumper, complete the game within 1 hour. Lightning Speed Jumper, complete the game within 15 minutes. Yeah, that's cool. Fool me twice. You seem to dislike birds. Complete the game without falling. Big spender, only the finest for a king. New Babe Plus. New Babe Plus without falling. Goes to the Babe. Complete Goes to the Babe with only 2 falls. Wild. Helping a brother out. Many thanks, brother. Cute cat. Find the 9th cat. Complete Goes to the Babe within 1 hour. Complete Goes to the Babe within 30 minutes. And 29 hidden achievements. So... So if this is funny, 5% of players fall 100 times before they get to 1,000 jumps. Talkative. Listen to the dialogue, maybe. Detective. Also an easy one. Off the beaten path. Fool's paradise. Disciple of the forest scholar. Fowler Meditations. Fashionable Double King. Fashion King. What's the hardest? Why does Ghost of the Babe kind of look like the word goth? Right? Gnomed Out. Bird Outfit. Giant Leaps Plus. Absolute Will Plus. So only 0.2% of players have completed New Babe Plus without falling. That's wild. Absolutely wild. Well, it seems like fun. Hopefully we'll get there. Yeah, this was a pretty chill stream. Thank you for joining me. It's been nice. We'll get back into something big next time. But for now, I think I'm going to call the stream here. Let's see. Who can we watch? Is someone else doing a chill stream? Chill stream? Most of the people that I watch are doing Elden Ring. Ooh, okay, here we go. Comfy no mic. Nice. Let's do this one. Omni Uman, a VTuber from Vietnam. Neat. All right. Time to raid. Omni Uman. And they're doing VTuber rigging, which is really cool. All right. Well, anyway, thank you so much for joining, everyone. My name's Isaac Anzu. This has been a stream. I'm going to go watch a clip from the new Doctor Strange movie and see how I feel about it. But until then, I will catch you next time. Thank you so much for joining. Bye-bye.